Let's just say you were like a second grade, third grade, fourth grade teacher. You teach elementary school. If you was to go around the class and ask every student what they wanted to be when they grew up, I can guarantee you nobody would say something like McDonald's or factory worker, some basic 9 to 5 thing. And I'm not shitting on none of these guys. I used to work at a factory. I used to work at fast food. Hated it. The factory was kind of cool, I ain't gonna lie. Hated it. But the point I'm trying to make is nobody is dreaming about these jobs. Nobody is aspiring to be most of these jobs, right? You got things like firefighters, EMS, doctors. Cool, cool, cool. I like that. But, the basic Amazon, nobody is aspiring. Nobody is growing up wanting to be that, right? And you may ask yourself, well, if nobody wants to be that, why are there so many people doing these jobs? Well, obviously, for number one, we need them. But two, right? Where did they fall off? Like, what got in the way of them pursuing being an astronaut or maybe a lawyer or author or artist, right? I grew up in the hood. Everybody wanted to be a rapper and whatnot. And in my opinion, I think most people don't understand how this game works. This how your mind works, right? When you're young, you got life by the balls, right? You got your whole life ahead of you. You don't got a lot of F ups on your plate. You don't got a lot of problems and situations to deal with. So you're very optimistic, motivated. You're very optimistic, motivated, right? And that word right there, I think, is the enemy of progress, motivation. Because motivation is a feeling. And what did they say about feelings, right? They come and go, fleeting, right? Inspiration, motivation, these things, these words, waiting for these things to happen is the reason why I feel like most people aren't successful or don't reach their potential. Me personally, I feel like that's the reason I haven't reached my potential with anything I've done. Because why? I sit around and wait till I feel like it, till I'm motivated, till I'm inspired, right? You want to be a great artist? You want to be a songwriter? Which you have to write songs. You should write a song every freaking day. If you want to be a YouTuber, you should be working on making videos every single day, regardless of you feel like it or not. So I remember when I was 18, right? Just graduated high school. I'm in college now, working a part-time job. But the one thing I wanted to be since I was like in the 6th grade, right? Don't laugh at me, right? I wanted to be a rapper, right? I was passionate about rapping, right? And I felt like I was already fighting an uphill battle because I didn't want to rap about shooting, killing, fucking bitches, sipping lean. Nah, I wanted to be lyrical. I wanted to spit bars. I wanted to tell stories. I wanted to rap about profound, intricate philosophies. I wanted to be intellectual with my music, right? I didn't like the trap beats. I preferred more the soul beats, the soul samples, the boom bap type shit. And nobody was really bumping that for real, right? Kendrick was, popping then. Cole was popping then. But like coming up, man, it was hard to do that, especially if you wasn't, elite at what you was doing. And I wasn't elite at what I was doing at the time, right? I remember some nights, man. Well, this how my schedule worked, right? I didn't give 2 fucks about school, right? So I went to class, came home, went to work. I never touched that homework. I never studied. I didn't give 2 fucks about school. I was really forced to be there. But one thing I did every night, or most nights anyways, I would come home and I would try to cook up a beat and I would try to write to it, right? And I got to be real with you. Most nights, I got nothing, bro. I came up with nothing. I would start something, start a beat, man, this beat trash. After a while, I got tired of making beats. I was like, you know what? I'm going to use a YouTube beat. Find a beat I like, started the verse. Man, this verse trash, man. I'm going to throw it away, right? But I never seen it through. And was I getting better doing that? Yeah, I was getting better doing that, but I was waiting until it felt right, I was trying to make sure every song I wrote, every beat I made was just like a Grammy nominated. Man, this gonna be the next thing to blow me up. And I feel like that mindset killed my potential, my confidence for sure. And ultimately stopped me from what I could have became, right? What I should have did was finish those songs regardless of how I felt about them. Finish those beats regardless of how I feel about them, right? I was waiting to feel like, I needed to feel something from this rather than working on the actual craft, right? So after doing that for about 2 years, man, I kind of went into this like state where I was like, you know what? I'm forcing it. I'm doing air quotes right now. I'm forcing it. Bitch ass shit, right? I'm forcing it. So I would be like, you know what? Until a song comes to me, until an idea hits me, I'm just not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna just live life, right? Ended up living life for about 3, 4, 5 years, and the rest is history, right? So just sitting around waiting for shit to feel right. Look where it got me. I'm making YouTube videos now, right? So recently, very recently, I've been very, very consistent in the gym. And my homeboy, he does gym content, and I was in one of his videos and whatnot. And I don't really look at my physique too often, right? Because like I kind of thrown away the vain aspect of the gym. Don't get me wrong. I go to look good. Like that's why I go. But at the same token, for me, it's more about discipline. It's more about going every single day that I was supposed to go. So after a while, I kind of stopped weighing myself. I do look in the mirror when I got a pump and whatnot. I flex a little bit, of course, but I never really like took physique photos, or I never like recorded myself, because to me it's more about the discipline. That's what I'm trying to build here, discipline. So recently in one of the videos he did, I was in it, we was deadlifting. I'm at a point where like I'm comfortable wearing a wife beater, outside, arms and chest and shit all out, you letting it all hang out, pause. So I'm at that point, and I decided, this week it's getting warm where I'm at. I decided, I'm gonna start wearing wife beaters to the gym. So this particular day, I wore one, and he was recording. I ain't really think nothing of it. We got the gang with us. It's like 4 or 5 of us, and we all lifting. So you know how that goes. We sitting around talking, and as we sitting around talking, I'm starting to look at myself in the mirror, right? Look at my arms, man. They looking like, decent size. You feel me? I'm like, oh. And I'm also holding an energy drink too. So the way I got my arm angle, I'm like, God, it looked like I've been in the gym, right? Long story short, we get through with our workout, and my homeboy posts a video. This is probably about 6 hours later, right? I'm on the way, do whatever I'm doing. I'm in the whip, and I seen him post it. Hit a stoplight. I look at the rail where the light is on green. Like the light is red. My fault. I look at the rail, and I'm waiting for me to pop up. I'm kind of like towards the end of the video, and I see myself, going crazy. But I'm looking, I'm like, bro, what the I'm taken aback. I'm like, bro, that I couldn't believe that was me. But for the first time ever, it wasn't like in a bad way. It was like yo, that's me. I'm looking at my arms, man. I could kind of see my trap starting to poke out a little bit. I'm like, yo, that's me. Like, what? And I understand why a lot of these self-help pages and whatnot tell you to work out, right? Go to the gym. Going to the gym is more of a mental battle than it is a physical battle, because once you get to a certain point where like your mind is locked in on it, your mind needs it or whatnot, your body just kind of follows suit. It's like when I was hooping, right? If you play sports, it takes a physical toll on your body, but if you love that sport, you just keep doing it, right? You can hoop for 4 hours one day, knees hurting the next day, but guess what? If the boys say they hooping, the guys say they hooping, man, you ain't got shit else to do. Guess what you going to do? You going to hoop, right? It's a mental thing. And I got to be honest with you, a lot of the gym sessions that I'm supposed to go to, I don't feel like going to them a lot of the times, especially leg day. I don't feel like doing, I never like, all of a sudden, whenever leg day come up, my motivation is gone. For chest, I'm there. Back, I'm like, legs, I'm like, bro, I don't want to go, bro. I'd rather stay asleep in the bed right now. I'd rather go chill with a girl, you know what I'm saying? But I still get up and go, just because in my mind, I'm thinking discipline. It don't matter if I want to go or not, right? I remember Lil Wayne said at one point in time that success is just constant repetition. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? And man, if you've been in a relationship, you could love your girl to death, but at some point in time, bro, she's gonna get on your nerves. You don't want to deal with her at some point in times, right? But you still stay. Consistency, discipline, right? If you want to get in shape, guess what? Every single day, you're not gonna feel like the gym is life, right? If you hoop every single day, you're not gonna feel like ball is life. If you make music, you're not gonna feel like, man, this is my heart and soul every single day. Some days you just don't feel like doing it. But me personally, I look at those days as opportunities. Those are the days where your discipline stacks up. Those are the days where you learn to push through, blase blahs. Those are the days your character is built. A lot of people want to have money, their own place, be successful, comfortable. And I feel like they focus too much on the end goal and not the process of getting there, because you got to go through the process to get there, right? Me personally, I believe if you focus more on your day to day, like I'm going to do everything I need to do today to get to this point. If you focus on that every single day, that end point that you're trying to get to just eventually happens, right? And you know, a lot of people, they say you don't just wake up and it just happens, right? But funny enough, that's kind of how it feels if you're doing it the right way. Me going to the gym, right? Now, granted, I'm not perfect, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. My diet ain't the best. It's like 10:30 right now. I just took down 2 double cheeseburgers. Usually I don't even eat the pickles. I eat the pickles today, right? I'm not saying you gotta be perfect, but you don't have to feel like it to get it done, right? Just get this shit done. The difference between you and the niggas with the big money, the big skills, blah, 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 is that they do it regardless. The A+ students, even when they don't feel like studying, they study. The niggas with mad bounce, even when they don't feel like working out, they work out. The nigga that can shoot for half court consistently, when he don't feel like putting up shots, he put up shots. Because guess what? You're just not gonna feel it every day, right? So waiting for motivation, inspiration, blah, 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 etc., etc. You're gonna get left behind, buddy. Like that. That's really all I can say. It was a clear difference in mindset from when I was making music, and you see the result I had with that mindset versus me now working out and going to the gym. The mindset I have with that and the results I'm getting. I mean, you don't see it personally, but just take my word for it, right? I'm looking pretty swole. But yeah, that's pretty much really all I have to say. If you made it this far, I appreciate you, man. I hope you keep rocking with me, and man, I catch y'all boys on the flip, man.